of this exhibition titled Nigerian Government Yesterday and Today. The beginning is termed the Pre-Colonial. The Pre-Colonial means before the colonial master came into Nigeria, we had a system called the traditional institution, where the traditional rulers have the say of the day along their domain that has to do with the territory, the tribe, and several other catchments within their zone. If you look at it from the northern zone, they have a leader, a common leader named Emir. They also have the one called Seriki. Then if you come to the southwest, they have common leader Oba, but they have the Alaafin of Oyo, the Oni of Ife, who are supposed to be the head of the traditional Supreme Council. Then you also go to the east. Then you have Obi, Eze, and Igwe. This has been the major ethnic groups or tribe. Then we look at it from the other side too, the minor tribe, where we have the Edo, Oba Aviramen of Edo, then Oba Akiti of Lagos, Nala Lomo of Ishekiri, Ata of Igala, and the rest. We should not forget that we have as much as 100 and something to 200 and something tribes in this country. But we cannot place all of them. Mm-hmm. After, the unique feature about this traditional style of governance is that the people, they never delay any justice, and they always preach, love and unity, and that has been their hallmark. After this era, you will now see another era called the colonial period. This is a period when Lugard came. He was a person that started this mission of civilian government by, preaching to them that there must be a need to form a civil rule. Mm-hmm. In that process, what he did was to, first of all, unite this body from the north to the south. That process is called amalgamation, and that amalgamation took place in 1914 by uniting the region together. Then, after that, he formed a name that this region will be known. You get it?
Yes.
And that name has to do with, it was a name after a river, because they passed through River Niger, and they were always referred to the area as Niger area, or the old Niger. Mm-hmm. So is that Niger area, his wife, as we know that his wife was the one that actually make Nigeria out of it. Mm. He has to take the credit, but as we made to know, his wife did that very good job. Mm. So two prominent, visible achievements from his reign from 1940 to 1919 was he did amalgamation, and he also gave us a name. So after 1919, he left. Then the subsequent Governor General came. They are actually 8 number, but on display we have six of them. So the distance between Lord Lugard and James Robinson is 46 years.
In between?
Yes, in between. At a time, Nigeria felt that we are matured enough that we should be allowed to govern ourselves. There were several meetings held in London and some other areas where this agreement was finalized, and a decision was reached that October 1st, 1960 was the day, a mark that independence will be granted, and it was granted.
Whoa!
Immediately independence was granted, Tafawa Balewa became the prime minister. This is the way it was structured. Then Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the governor general. You get it?
Yes.
Then, by landmass, Nigeria was divided into 4 regions. You see the northern region, the eastern region, the western region, and the Midwest region. Although Midwest region was not created at the same very time, because if you look at 1960, look at it. Okay, this is just the
Yeah.
premier of the Midwest region, 1963
To
to
1966.
1960. This is 1954.
To
So
1966.
they created a different. But this is the assignment given to them. The assignment is use what you have in your region to develop, because it's a regional government or federalism. Then you have some percentage to remain to the center. Yes, Awolowo got it right. All of them got it right, but with different speed. But the hallmark is that they got it right. They were hungry for development, and they were ready to bring more and more development to their people, to the grassroots. While they were busy delivering the dividends of the government to the people, then the unfortunate thing took place, which is the military intervention. The military intervention came as a result of, I don't really know what to call it, but they planned to take over the government. A process doing that, the coup, the stage, it wasn't carried out the way they had wanted it, because there were a kind of leakage of information. And at the end of the day, when the killing was carried out, Ahmadu Bello was killed. The head of the government, who happens to be Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, was killed. Then the finance minister was also killed, and some other notable government officials. But when some majority of them escaped, what actually led to this coup not to be successful is the a kind of information were leaked to some, where some fall victim direct. So, and the early stage of military, they were actually young guys. Immediately, 6 months later, there was a follow-up or a counter coup that brought it go on. This coup was headed by Agui Ironsi. So you could see military regime of General Agui Ironsi, head of state. You could see the date between January 15, 1966 to July 29, 1966. January to July.
Literally like a 7 month gap.
Yes. Now, if you look at it, 6 months to 7 months later, there was a counter coup that brought in Gowon. Gowon entered 1966, July 29, 1966 to July 29, 1975. That is 9 years. You get it?
Yes.
When Gowon took over, he did his best. Because you cannot say he did not do well or he did well, but the way I put it, he did his best, but there was a civil war that spanned a period of 36 months during his reign. It was after the civil war that Murtala came in. Don't forget that is July 29, and this is also July 29, 1975 to February 13, 1976. By duration, Murtala spent 6 years. You could see Agui spent 6 years. Murtala as well spent 6 years. I mean, 6 months. Agui spent 6 months.
Exactly.
Then Murtala spent 6 months. Then the issue with Murtala was that everybody believed that he was a very good person. But the system did not actually, want him to reign. If not, somebody that was ready to, to bring more development, that was so believing in the military system, you discovered that there was still enemy within. In the person of Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka Dimka, on that fateful day, he was killed, he was assassinated. Murtala was on this very car, unknowingly that Dimka and Co has already had their plan. and they got him right. They hit him below the belt.
Hmm.
The opportunity was that Muritala never wasted too much money on securing himself. So he was too comfortable of moving with this car in midst of four people: the head of state, the only DDC, and the driver. It was just okay like that.
A simple man by
A
nature.
simple man. So it was a very good opportunity for them to strike.
Hmm.
They shot him at the close range, close to his office at the Federal Secretariat in Ombalende.
Hmm.
That is the dense Federal Secretariat in Ombalende. So immediately the assassination took place. He was trying to escape through the land border and he was caught. He was tried by the military junta and he was given execution by fire squad.
Hmm.
But within 24 hours of killing of Muritala, Obasanjo was asked to step in. General Olusegun Obasanjo stepped in
Hmm.
because he was his deputy. Now, it was easier for him to just carry on without much.
Restrictions or anything.
Yes. So, what he did was to choose another vice in the person of Sheikh Musa Yaradua. Obasanjo came in February 14. No, Murtala was assassinated February 13. Obasanjo stepped in February 14, 1976, and the tenure ended October 1st, 1979.
79.
So he did fantastically well. All the programs initiated by Murtala, unfortunately, his life was cut short within the period of 6 months.
6 months.
The Obasanjo Yaradua completed them, and happily, without stress, they unanimously agreed that power must return to the civilian. So this is the Second Republic, and this government was headed by Shehu Shagari and Alice Kwame. Under their leadership, they did their best because our is not to judge. They always did their best.
True.
But few hours to go, the period spent was October 1st, 1979. Don't forget that this government ended October 1st, 1979. So
1979,
it
yes.
was a change of government that
Of
day.
power.
Then their 79, then December 1983. Just so few time to live, Buhari came. He accused them of corruption.
That is his first regime
Yes. This is Buhari as a military
as a
head of
military man.
state. When he came in, he overthrew the government. He actually accused them of wrongdoing, said they are corrupted. So by that accusation, he was able to get them arrested and give them various years imprisonment. So when Buhari came in, he came in with a different idea. The first thing is to properly educate Nigeria to behave well. And
Discipline.
discipline and the corruption is not the way forward. He brought a slogan of war against indiscipline as
Indiscipline,
corruption.
yes.
So he was ready to do more, but unfortunately, Babangida called that regime short within a period of 2 years, because we look at it 1983 to 1985. That is just 2 years. So within 2 years in power, there was a change of government, and people believe that Buhari was very good. He was ready to fix Nigeria with iron hand. But when Babangida came in, Babangida also did the best. He spent 8 years direct because he came in August 27, 1985, and left the same August 1926, 1993. That is 8 years. Under Babangida leadership, he was able to, he did the best. But when he was leaving, he handed over government to a third national government. Why is that? The election he conducted, he nullified the election, and within the time frame, there's no time to organize another election than to prepare a third national government where different personality from different tribe made this list, headed by Shonekong, and all of them a mix of a single military man, that is General Sani Abacha. Abacha was the only military man in their midst. When Abacha came in, when this government was formed, within the period of, say, 3.5 months, or close to 3.5 months, because between August to November, different dates, almost 3 months plus, Abacha took over the government. He reigned supreme, and he did his best, as others have been doing, but unfortunately, he died in service. When he died in service, his chief of defense staff became the next head of state. And when he became head of state, he made it known that he was not really interested to stay long, but he was just there to stabilize the country by returning us back to democracy. So he was able to achieve that without stress. He was able to return us to democracy within 10 months of it being in power. He organizes a general election. Politicians were given free hand to come up with different political
agendas and strategies.
Yes. So election was conducted. Luckily, then Obasanjo was the carrying member of a PDP, a political party called PDP with SDP, NRC. Luckily, Obasanjo won through PDP. Obasanjo coming into power with Atiku as a deputy. That is May 1999 to May 29, 2007. That is 8 years.
Two full tenures.
2 full tenure, and he was able to achieve a lot. Because this is democracy in a different dimension.
Yeah.
That's been different from what we have been recording. He achieved a lot. When he was to leave, the younger brothers to a deputy and good luck also came through the same Iso political party. They won. The unfortunate thing here was that Yar'Adua was very, very, as a leader, was very, very okay, but unfortunately, his government was cut short as a result of his health. And during the process of, medical attention in dying service, I was able to achieve a lot within that period of May 2007 to May 5th, 2010. That is 3 years. You get it?
Yes.
So within 3 years, he was able to achieve a lot. So when he died, good luck was to step in to complete the tenure. Immediately he finished the tenure, he now seek re-election in a joint ticket of Goodluck Sambo ticket. Under the Goodluck Sambo ticket, they came into power 2010 to 2015. That is a single tenure. When they came into power, they did their best as the others, but he recontested again. At this time, Nigeria, when he recontested, Buhari was the opposition of APC. And when Buhari came in, this very hour, it made it the 4th times of him running for the same post. So he was massively voted for as against the Ikube president. So Buhari won the election. He won the election on 2015. May 29, 2015. Stroke May 29, 2023. Yes. That was when he left office. So which happened that he spent 8 years at 2 tenure.
2 tenure, yes.
Yes. When Buhari was to leave office, the same party that he brought, the party that brought him, APC, is the same party that brought Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And Tinubu resumed office. He contested and he won and he resumed office on May 29,
2023.
2023. So as we have it today, this is the current
President.
government, the current president. Kashif Shettima is his deputy. The Akpabio is the Senate president, while Tajuddin Abbas is the Speaker House of Rep. So this is the current president, the current government we have compared to the topic Nigerian government yesterday. So you could see the larger picture of yesterday that ended at Buhari regime and started with a traditional institution where we had the traditional means of governance before colonial period, then the First Republic, the first military regime. This is the beginning. The beginning is the
Pre-Colonial.
pre-colonial, the colonial period, the First Republic, the first military regime, the second military regime, the third military regime before the fourth military regime. Then we had the Second Republic. We had the fifth military regime, the sixth military regime,
Interim.
then the interim, then the seventh military regime, the eighth military regime, and this is the third republic. So you could see under this, we are all enjoying third republic. Started with Obasanjo, then second in command Umar Musa Yaradua, the third in command Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, the fourth in command is Muhammadu Buhari. So this is the fifth in command of third republic. So this is in Nigeria government.
Ooh, this is a very beautiful history. Like, we just literally covered the entire Nigeria, as you can see, like from the pre-colonial to our present day government. And this was led to us by Mr. Ahmed, if I'm correct, Abubakar. Wow, this is so interesting. Let's take a look at this car again. What do you think this car will cost as at the time it was being used?
Although to save time, I'm not a car dealer, but I don't really have more to say. What I have to say is, this is the original car, and you could see the bullet ready hose, and you can take a
look at the inside.
very close look at this side. Then
it is like today SUV.
Yes, you see the true picture of the car. You can feel it. Then what you have here is national flag. Then the second flag is called the military flag.
Oh, can we look at the military flag?
This is a military flag or defense flag. It's normally called defense flag. We have the first color here is represent the army.
Okay.
The second color represent the Air Force.
Okay.
The third color represent the Navy, while the red color represent the SSS and DSS, because they are part of the Air Force.
Air Force now.
So
okay.
They were called military police, but there's nothing like that.
Well, there's nothing like that anymore. They don't have a Tushani. Oh, this is so amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed. We really appreciate your time and the store from the first gallery and then to this other gallery. I think this is the third gallery in the National Museum of Lagos. We really appreciate your time and we hope to see you next time on Nebo TV to do more of this analysis. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.